Alright, so where was I? What was I doing? I'm currently at war with Muscovy and England. Alright, the plan is to go and send these troops to Ireland. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Why is my economy so bad? Oh, you know what? I know why, because I started funding, stability. Because I want to get rid of the, fucking, these, just, Lutherans down in the south here. It's awful. Genuinely awful. How do I get rid of this without just, like, removing the stuff? Like, manually? This is just, I can't believe they've done this. Ow. Yeah, they just keep popping up. It's terrible. And this is why we need conversion. Need more conversion. Oh, there we go. Okay. Worried there for a sec. Oh, there's a lot of bastions here. Ugly looking bastions. Rocca Superiorem. Hello, Pictagonensis. Nothing. All right. Yeah. Well, doing all right. I'm just, you know what? Now that I can't speak. Now that I'm here, I might as well, just check my Casus Belli because I just started, and I kind of forgot where I was at, CB wise, truce wise. So okay, so we can declare war on Egypt in 2 years. I think I've got a Casus Belli. I just built one recently. So yeah, we'll be declaring war on them in 10 years. We've got a bunch of truces expiring with the Eastern European countries. Yeah, it all looks very good. I'm kind of hoping this guy dies soon, the guy in Adana. Because I want to get, like, access to Egypt. Because once I do, I'll be able to build... Well, I mean, I guess I can technically build the roads now. But what I want to do is build local governors. in places like Dragonis, Tiamatis, Alexandria. I'm going to start essentially assimilating Lower Egypt. That's hopefully if I can even get what I want here. Grab what I want. Grab what I need. Alright, oh wow, so they start off with enough opinion. Oh, I guess because they haven't got the negative, Okay, so I gotta start improving relations with these guys as well. Let's do it. I might as well. I'm just checking this guy as well. We've got that. That is are we maxed out on that? We have improved relations. Good, 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 good. We're gonna keep doing that as well. I'm gonna go about 200, 200-ish. Oh yeah, so do I need to do this? I don't think I need to do this anymore. I'm gonna switch this out. I'm currently cracking down on the zealots, but again, you know what? I'm just gonna keep that there for now. Although, should I? I'm kind of waffling here because I want to start assimilating, getting more guys assimilating up here. This is assimilating. Who's doing control? Oh, there's nobody doing control, of course. Would it be worth it to wait until after the war with Egypt? Don't mind if it affects culture or conversion. No, it doesn't. I don't think so. So, I think, let's just have a look at values. Well, I mean, technically, I will be waiting until the end of the war with Egypt to take these to assimilate these territories in Lower Egypt, because I think so. The way you want to optimize it is essentially because it's an area effect and it all happens simultaneously, and the effect of it doesn't change based on like how many cities you have or locations you have. So generally, you want to have everything in the area before you start doing this, so you can essentially optimize your time more efficiently. If it don't know if it resets if provinces get sieged. I don't think it gets reset. I think the only thing that actually which actually is one of the things I really like about E5. I think the only thing that resets control and or assimilation, integration, whatever, is if you hand titles, if you hand provinces and locations over to vassals. So, for example, if I've integrated a province, like 50% here, and then I hand it off to Adana, then I lose all that progress for integration, and they have to essentially do that from scratch. And similarly, if I were to annex a vassal that hasn't fully integrated something, then I essentially have to integrate from scratch. If an enemy were to siege down a province that I'm integrating, I think that stalls the integration process. If an enemy were to siege down a province that is assimilating, I don't think it resets. I think the only thing it does, I think, especially with the Egyptians, because they take slaves, they'll take slaves, but I think they take it from like a slice of the population, regardless of culture and religion. So I think it doesn't matter as much, but the assimilation does not stall. You can still keep assimilating even in occupied territories, at least from my experience, or at least that's. I mean, I might check that just to see, but I'm fairly certain that's the case. But I know integration stalls. Yeah, no, it is nice to know all these small details. It's stuff that I definitely I've been like kind of obsessing about because it's important to know this stuff when you're at war. Um, yeah, I remember in EU4, one of the issues that I would have is if I was like building navies on the like near the enemy coastline, which obviously I don't do anymore. I guess I kind of do that in this, but in EU4 that would destroy your progress for your navy construction. In EU5, I think it just stalls it because everything is kind of like it's saved on a province level and a location level, not on an empire level. So you don't get to lose progress quite so easily. Same with control as well. Like you, if you actually it really depends on the subject type. But if you were to annex, for example, a vassal or a subject, you've probably seen this before. But you get to keep all the you get to keep the local control of the provinces that you annex. So like this is an example of a province that was just recently annexed. Um, yeah. So actually, now that I'm here, I'm just gonna check my subjects just to see where we're at on subject loyalty. I might drop my Diplo spending because I'm not really in a rush to annex anything, and I want the money so I can build some more roads. So I want to actually. I've been stalling on this, and I just totally forgot to do this until now. But I would really want to build my road network in Greece. Um. Yeah. So we are doing that right now, and clearly we're already building the roads. Okay, good. Um. That's being built. That's being built. Good. And like that. And like that. Oh, right. Right, that spent all my money. That's why I need the money. This is why I'm dropping my Diplo. So many Latin bops. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm doing Asia Minor as well, because this is relatively underdeveloped. So I might as well do that. But this is all kind of, I mean, one of the reasons why it kind of I was spurred on by this to start building up my road networks is because I was just thinking about my connection to the road network in the Middle East on my eastern territories. Um, Again, we're just gonna zoom out and see rain. I think that's a rain in game. I don't think it's raining outside or anything. It's or it might be raining outside where you're at, but I suspect it's probably in game. I'm not really paying attention, honestly. uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, noises just kind of pop in and out. I think the sound mixing in this game is a bit funny. Like the music especially can like, I think the EQ for some of the instrumentation just kind of drops in and out. I feel like they must have like stems or something. It might be they might have like split the soundtrack like actual like stems separately so that like it like boosts certain instruments depending on like what's happening in the game. I don't know. I feel like that's the case. I mean, that's interesting if they are doing that. But maybe potentially even maybe I don't know, expensive like from a computational point of view. I don't know. I don't know how they do that. I'd be curious, but yeah, I've noticed that. Maybe it's my earphones. Maybe my earphones are just shit. I don't know. Yeah, why is this so high? Let's just have a look at this. Oh, where was I looking? It was on like 90%. Okay, I lost it. Ah, god damn it. It's gonna go and I'm gonna have a look-see here in the next age and see my literacy technologies. Max literacy, literacy, enlightened court gives an extra 5%. The issue for me though is that there's nothing that increases literacy, monthly literacy, I should say. I think I'm gonna ban. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this unifying the cult group. I think that makes sense for like Spanish. No, no, no. No rain here. Roads. I mean, this would be useful, I guess, but I'm mostly this only applies for like actual roads and not railroads. Which reminds me, I gotta look for railroads. This would be nice, but I want to see what the total buildings cost is. It's the 15%, and that's pretty significant. Not significant enough for me to consider it, but it's nice to know that's there. March to the sound of guns. This allows armies to automatically move towards nearby battles. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean... Oh, I think I understand. So it means, like straight into it. Wouldn't universities improve literacy? I think it improves literacy for certain strata. I think it's like, burghers and nobility. But I'll have another look at it. But it's, my issue specifically is with monthly literacy. So max literacy just increases the cap. Monthly literacy increases the speed by which, by which my citizens learn to read. Um, and I think the only monthly literacy bonuses I get are from my ruler, who currently has like a very specific stat that does it. Okay, so what am I? Oh yeah, right. I'm checking universities. The specific stats on this. Nobles and burghers, I was right. So only 10% for those two strata. It gives local pop promotion speed, which is actually really useful. This actually does do local monthly literacy. I think libraries also do that as well. So I go to war with Egypt, they siege Alexandria. My control in that region doesn't drop. I think it might. I think control might drop, yeah. But again, I'm not, I mean, in this particular situation, you know, if I am declaring, oh, I mean, when I do get around to declaring war on Egypt, I'm not going to be assimilating this area purely because I don't have, Cairo. Because Cairo is a part of the Lower Egypt, province. Which kind of, it's important for me, at least from an optimization point of view, because I want to be able to give me a sec here. I'm just checking something. Is this all in the same province? Okay, this is all in the same province. Okay, so what was I saying? So I want to be able to assimilate the entire area simultaneously. And it would be inefficient if I started assimilating before I took this. So yeah, Cairo has to go first. Plus, it's the big capital of the Mamluks. I think it has the highest GDP of any province that they have. These are relatively low GDP, probably. I think they've got low production and low urbanization in these areas. You can see they do have some towns here, but I think for the most part it's like it's agrarian, very like unique resource based. Oh, not even. Yeah, fairly scant and cheap resources on the coastline especially. Saffron's pretty good, but not really worth it. Oh yes, I've got that alliance, or at least I should be getting that alliance with the Moroccans. I totally forgot to do that. Oh, I didn't forget to do that. I couldn't do that because of the Muscovite War. God damn those Muscovites, man. I think I might have mentioned this before, but the I mean, I don't think it's the case now, but the emperor, the um, the emperor of the Northern Yuan Empire was actually married to the Empress of China previously. If I look for this guy, I think Alan Bata, which again, funny to think about. This is a Mandarin Chinese government that has rebelled against the Mongolian, the Genghis Khan descendants. But their emperors are descended and are culturally. Oh, not anymore. They were culturally Mongolian. Did they have a civil war? Hold on, let's just see this. So ruling history. Died 17 years ago. Guy. $75. Okay. Trying to figure out how she managed to inherit this. Her father is a Chinese guy. What kind of succession do they have? Cognatic primogeniture. Okay, well, I'm not going to look at this for too long. Hold on, I'm just going to do some. Alright. So. Move the troops up north. Yeah, so I need to get my navies. Those are, bring those troops up north. Get the army for the Legion of Transatlantica. I killed Castile. Yeah, well, I mean, technically Castile does exist somewhere, but they're no longer on the mainland. Oh, they're on a bunch of islands here. What happens if a European nation loses all of its land in Europe but has colonies in America, and they move to America? Oh, I think I know what you mean. So you mean like they don't have any like they lose all of their possessions? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I mean like if England were to lose its de jure stuff, I mean if I were to hazard a guess, they would probably inherit one of their colonies. But I'm actually not entirely sure. At least that's if I were a Paradox developer, that's what I would do. I'd make it like a Brazil type deal where I'd just annex colonies in the Americas and just form a country out of that. Okay, so dun, dun. Conversion speed, the pop conversion technology. Again, I really wish there was a way to reform colonial regions. You got something like this. This is ugly. I don't like this. If I were to invade Norway and completely, obliterate them, I don't want to inherit this. I just want to. I'd want to reform this, but there's no like mechanism in game for that. You can't reform your colonial nations. Um, it'll just be eternally ugly. Very expensive. It's a good thing. Good thing that I'm turning America into an American colony. Did I say America? I mean England. Turning England colony. Rare. Or, Latin. Majority culture now in my vassal in Eintab. That's good. Oh, that's really awesome. That is Latin. That's all Latin. Oh. What's going on there? Yeah, so I've been watching this guy on YouTube playing a game called X4, um, which is actually a franchise that I used to play back in the day, and I was absolutely fucking dog shit at it. But as a conceptually, I always thought it was a very interesting, really cool game because it was like, uh, I guess it's kind of like the Paradox Interactive kind of style game, but it's set in it's like a far future. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't call it a Paradox game. I'd say it's a bit like the Mountain Blade of like the sci-fi, spacefaring genre. But yeah, I used to play X3 back in the day. Um, was it X2? I can't remember. I think it might have been X2. It was that. There was also another game, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was like, and I got it for free. I don't know why or how I got it for free, but it was like an underwater version of X. No, no, no. This was Subnautica's a new game. This is like something from um like 20 years ago. I had it on like my Windows XP computer. Oh shit! Fuck! Run! Aqua something. I don't know if it was any good or if it's aged well, but I just remember playing it. And like conceptually, I mean, obviously conceptually very different because it's it's water, it's underwater, it's not space, but like from a gameplay point of view, it was virtually the same. I'm actually just gonna Google this. I'm gonna Aquanox. I found it. Aquanox. I literally just Googled it, and the Google um thing just recommended it. So Aquanox, submarine-based first-person shooter simulation for video game set in the distant future. Bubbity bop 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 bop. I just got to search up the specific one that I was playing. Apparently there was a series of games, but I've only played, I think it was probably the most recent one. 2014 showed a... Oh, okay. Oh, so they were going to come out with a game like 10 years ago. Where is the original? Trying to find like gameplay footage of... Oh no, that's the new one. I'm looking for the original Equinox. Yeah, this is what I remember. But it's essentially, yeah, again, it's like X4, but it's underwater. From what I remember, I think it's set in like a far future or distant future scenario where like the Earth is uninhabitable and like humanity had to retreat underwater. And so you're playing in Aquanox. You're playing as this like a pirate of sorts. in this like post-apocalyptic, post hold on a sec. Latin culture changed their view of English to negative. Oh, no thanks. No, I'm keeping it. Keeping it like this. I need to, because I want my vassals to actually assimilate the English. Actually, you guys need to go. You guys, you can't stay around. What the hell? But yeah, like, look at this. This is majority Latin now. The English have disappeared. Practically. I mean, well, they're not... I mean, there's still a sizable minority in most provinces, but it's still, like, impressive to see. Britannia is back. Nixon's back! Yeah, so we'll just send these troops back. I think I have a fairly finite amount of troops here, so I might as well just, like, kill them while I'm... Oh, no. I just realized my general died. I was about to run into that army with no military officer in charge. No, I'll just run into it anyways. Yeah, it's a shame my ear is absolutely shit. I like this one though. This guy's fucking great. Wow. Like, everybody's too old in the Empire. I'm just gonna go with, like, someone... Like, the Trebizond team. Why not? Oh, so my Emperor's a bit shit. As a general. Ah. Again. Like this. 096. 096, this is the one. So just keep moving. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. The music seems to be getting louder here. Perfect. 4. This is all we need here. Long may the sun shine. I'm listening to this gameplay footage of X4. This guy is Perun. He's like this this Perun guy. He's like he's a guy who does like geopolitical analysis on YouTube. I think he started off doing video games, but he's actually really big now for his like geopolitics like analysis. Like he'll go over like the war in Ukraine and go into like great detail about like the economics of the front lines and yeah, and it's fascinating stuff. But I knew him from like from doing like Democracy 3 and stuff like that back in the day. But yeah, so I've been watching him, and he's playing X4, and it looks really good. I mean, the reviews on YouTube seem to imply. I mean, I haven't seen any of the negative reviews, but like, you know, I guess it's like Paradox Games. It's got mixed reviews. It's almost never like you never see any of these grand strategy games or like high concept video games with like overwhelming reviews or like even higher than mixed. It's always mixed, and because there's always someone complaining or lots of people complaining about like the most recent patch. I think Crusader Kings 3 was the exception, right? When that came out, it was like the best received fucking video game of all time. And just gradually over time, it's like as they kept coming out with DLCs, it just kind of whittled at the score. Though I will say generally, like as far as these games go, it has a fairly decent with their DLCs or with their free patches as well. Like, I mean, I think the Crusader Kings 3, Crusader Kings 3's biggest crime, I would say, is probably just the fact that it's strayed far too much away from like the actual like grand strategy elements to it, or really strategy full stop. Like, and hopefully the new DLCs will change that. I hope it's going to be a lot more engaging from an actual strategic on-map point of view. Yeah, so what do I want to do? So this is why I'm looking at this event. I'm thinking I'm going to go and take this plus 10 prestige. So what I want to do is actually reduce my opinion of one of these, and I probably should go with Low Franconian because then I can passively assimilate this actually a lot faster. So yeah, let's do that. Because I've actually got it as an accepted culture. And because I have it as an accepted culture, I've got it caught up. All these lands caught up, and because I've got it caught up, I can now get a lot of passive assimilation. I mean, I say a lot, it's like 7, 9, whatever, but that's still fairly significant. 22! I don't even have a guy here. That's from what, 91 control? I don't know why I've got... Okay, I don't understand the difference, why it's not... Whatever, I'm just paying too much attention to that. The numbers don't make any sense is what I'm getting at. So how... I'm just thinking long term, because eventually these Pranaya are going to die, but they've done so well. They've done so well assimilating this stuff. It's going to be a shame. But I will have to prepare for this. Is this a 2-location province? This is a 2-location province. These guys aren't even that old, so I suspect I'll probably be able to like assimilate everything before they die. Yeah. But anyways, I'm again, like, I really, like, I'm just looking at this and I really want to play it. It's not just X4. There's another game that he was playing recently, and it's like a solar system, um, um, based game. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's a strategy game about like space logistics in the solar system, and a big part of the gameplay loop revolves around terraformation of planets. You can terraform like the big planets with slash moons with atmospheres. I think it is a grand strategy, but focused on a specific character. Enables your roleplay with your character's strengths as opposed to just some recurring. Well, I mean, well, yes, it is. It is more of an RPG game nowadays, but I still feel like the RPG aspects of Crusader Kings 3 would work a lot better if the actual like if the grand strategy elements were a bit more, because you could factor in, because I think you need a strong foundation, a strong world to build your character around in, and for your character to interact in. Because if you're just relying on events, like they've been doing for the last 5 or 6 years, it gets really stale and old after a while. But I think if the simulation aspects of CK3 were a bit stronger, I would probably consider playing that a bit more. But yes, I agree. I agree that it is, and they should keep an RPG focus. And I think that's one of the reasons why Landless is such a so well received. And again, I think I've been one of the biggest proponents of Landless gameplay in CK3. But it is missing that like simulation, like that like lived in world. That I mean, CK3 just doesn't feel like that. With a couple of exceptions, I think. But I think CK2 did a lot of the like. I really liked Conclave in Crusader Kings 2. I mean, not initially, but eventually I kind of came around to it, and I think it's one of the best DLCs in that game. Um, Purely because it really like enhanced the government mechanics. The government mechanics were amazing. Like having like the different, like the kind of granular, um how do I put it? Like they split up the kind of the responsibilities of the council, so you can have like different like I think granular is the right word, but it's like it's just you could set different privileges for your council, um and depending on how many privileges you give to the council, the more like the more or less authoritarian your empire is. um and you would have certain stats to reflect that, and so on. But I feel like internal mechanics in CK3 is very, very basic. And I think that's a big negative, for me. They really need to learn from Conclave. And not just Conclave, I'd probably just say like other Paradox games that do some form of like council or assembly based mechanics. Stellaris is actually a good example, because I think Stellaris actually kind of based its like Federation system on Crusader Kings 2. I don't know why that's so difficult for me to say. Crusader Kings 2's like council mechanics. It's practically the same thing if you think about it. Um, Not just federations, but also like the Imperial Council. I mean, the Imperial Council obviously is a lot more in depth than the council mechanics in CK2, but like functionally it's the same thing. Um, And that was incredibly well received for good reason. Yeah, really. That's what they should do. Like, it fucking Crusade, like, the Stellaris. Just look at Stellaris and go, yeah, just borrow shit from that. It's perfect, actually. The more I'm thinking about it. I mean, obviously, you'd have to adapt it. You can't have, you know... I mean, I don't know how in-depth you could go with it. Because Stellaris is obviously science fiction. There's a lot more more concept ideas. And agendas and laws and institutions and so on that you could put in that. But, like, with CK3, I don't know, you could come up with something. Privileges would be the big thing. And changing your laws. Like, I mean, you could, I mean, with CK3, right, you have some crazy shit, like, you can turn, like, cannibalism into a tenet for your religion, right? But, you know, you could have it so that the laws of your country do not allow this. I mean, you could technically adhere to a faith that, you know, that says this is a good thing, but your state may explicitly say, oh, you can't do this. And that's something that I feel like is missing. Again, that's just, you know... I mean, it's a small thing, but I just feel like it has big ramifications. And obviously, you know, cannibalism is a very, you know, it's a incredible edge case for this kind of thing, but, like, you know... And I mean, I like what they're adding with the CK3 with the new DLC with the ecclesiastical governments and the fact that you can actually reform, like, the Catholic faith. And the way they're going about that is a gradual change, and you're not, like, you know, it's not an instant click of a button. That's really awesome. I'm so excited for that. I mean, what is that the next DLC that's coming out, or is it the merchant one? Hold on, let me pause this for a sec. Omnatum. Is that... Oh, that's this one, right? Okay, why is this so slow? Why is this so fast? What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna check this now. Chapter 5. Chapter 5. September 30th. Okay, let's go. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so, actually, apparently, according to this, they're coming out with, Silk and Silver from October to December. I mean, that doesn't sound right, but yeah, so it's the religious one. So the religious DLC is coming out on 30th of September. Yeah. Really excited for that. Yeah, I really want to see if that's feasible. Like, if you can actually reform Catholicism into a cannibalistic, like, death cult in in the new DLC. No, it wouldn't be the Catholicism. It would be the Chalcedonian faith. That would be my united Chalcedonian cannibalistic cult. Calcified Chalcedonian cult. Cannibalistic cult. Yeah. Oh. Schauenberg is dead. I think that's one of my East German provinces. There we go. I was gonna say I hope they something with this. I hope they integrated it, but they didn't. They failed horribly. How dare they? They did, however, fully annex these provinces. They did very well there. Hold on, is this... Okay, right. There we go, that's the border, the Latin border. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Wait, did this guy... Oh, right, no, he did die, of course. And I've been building cities here to kind of... Because I did anticipate that I would probably want to go and, you know... assimilate these areas. These are relatively low population areas, so I might as well. But personally. Gives me a good excuse to start building up my road networks in our Balkans. Right, we'll just leave it at that then. Oh. Oh, this has already been done here. Yeah, right. Okay, that's me. And this is a mountainous region, so it takes a bit longer. Roads. Oh, my emperor is dead. I've been replaced by a shit fucking emperor. Awful, awful man. I'm gonna force this guy to join the Order of Hungary. So that's the best order in my opinion. I'm current ruler of Aintab for some reason. Is this a vassal or a... This is a fiefdom. Okay. What the fuck am I doing in Aintab? Fuck. Oh, I guess we're just gonna have to wait for that guy. So, alright, what am I doing? I'm still sieging this. Still sieging it down. My god, why are you so slow? I thought I left the guy there. I guess I didn't. Oh shit. I hear that He-Man movie is pretty good. It was funny to say out loud, because I, you know, never really thought about it. But He-Man, hey, let's go and the fort. Tell the troops, group the troops, kill the fort. Right. I feel like a part of me thinks I think I remember there being one of the songs on the soundtrack for Crusader Kings 2 was a bit like this, but I might be imagining things. I don't know. Did my guy die in battle? I don't know. I feel like he might have died in battle, or like died because he was sieging this down and just like died from disease or something. I might have made a big mistake. I mean, he was pretty old, so I don't know. Maybe unavoidable. I see. The undiscovered country from whose born no traveler returns. Doesn't tell me how he dies. Just that he's dead. Orestes Kratoros. Krateros. Oops. Alright, so this guy's fully recharged. We're gonna go and siege down Patrick. Castle Connell. Waterford. Little Midden. New Ross. These are very, I guess this is English. Anglo Island, so saying like very anglicized names. Kilkenny. Wasn't that a World War II meme? Like Kilkenny was here or something. Oh, Kilroy was here. Send patriots. They'll bring our allies in. They can deal with this shit. I don't want to. You can kill them. Kill them all. Fuck it. Not so good, because I'm actually going to be fighting a war against Egypt soon. Check the rebels again. Check that. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna do some bookkeeping, but I think, yeah, I know exactly. I was just considering my war score because I didn't want to know. I didn't want to I didn't want to take. I mean, I wanted to take enough to really justify the war because it did take me quite some time to actually annex it. I wanted to make sure that I was actually getting a good peace deal here. And I think one of the reasons why is because, and like one of the issues was that like it was splitting up the my because some of the peace deals that I was considering was split the like pale in half, and you can't really do that because if you do that, they're more reluctant to accept the peace deal. They have something against fracturing the empire. It's why one of the reasons why this is a bit of a pain in the ass to conquer, because if you split this up from here, then you get like something like -20, -30 reasons to war. Same with, you know, from here to here. I've split these guys off, so that took me like an extra like 20, 30 reasons. This is going to be another problem as well in the next war. So essentially, my next war is going to be a fairly like inefficient from a war score point of view. Fairly inefficient peace deal because it's just like I'm only taking whatever, like maybe 3/4 of what I could normally take because yeah, because like their borders are a bit funny. And well, I mean, if I were to take land specifically, it's gonna make their empire like incredibly fractured, which the AI doesn't like. So yeah. Anyways, we're doing bookkeeping. I'm probably just gonna stop here for the night though. But I just wanna like set up my paranoia first. Make sure I can actually do this. So I'm gonna get one of my guys. Oh, this is Upper Plateau. I know where that is now. So we're gonna go and set him up here just to see my okay, so that's good enough. This is the only way I can actually get a relative. No. So I'm about to start the Mamluk War, but I'm probably going to head off because it is a bit late. But this is going to be the start of the Mamluk War. But I'm up my Prana. Actually, this might be a better province to go for because it's a bit more central. I'm actually going to check that. So we're going to get Upper Plateau again. Let's see. Relative is. Tyrone had... Okay, more than 50%, so this is perfect. Move this guy back to Upper Plateau. Check the cores. Mostly caught up. Also got these northern territories here. Check the Latin portions. Yeah, and here. Good. Alright, so we'll form the Pranaya. Actually, I'm going to get some more candidates, because I actually want someone young. Landolfo. Oh, well, maybe not so perfect, but also perfect. We're going to go with him. Or maybe someone else. Let's just try that again. Titus, Calabria, Citriensis. He's not a eunuch. What about this other guy? I just want to make sure that he actually was a eunuch, the one that I just hired. Landolfo, yeah, this guy is going to get the of Paranoia. Landolfo. Hopefully he doesn't like adopt any children like the other fucking Paranoia have. I like the outfit. I think this is one of the issues that I have with the Latin pops. Latin culture portraits is that the outfits don't change. For the other cultures, they all change, but because Latin in EU5 is like classical Latin, it's not in medieval Latin, it's just classical Latin culture, so like the fashion just doesn't change. It's one of the glaring problems. I mean, it's funny to think about because like the military outfits change on the map, and the military outfits on the like the army screen changes, like here for example. But character outfits are always wearing the fucking toga. Medieval, like I mean, like I think that I would argue that's late antiquity, but the late antiquity togas just don't change. Yeah, not a fan. Right, what are we doing here with Latin? We're doing very well with our conversion of the Scots, the Scotty peoples. No. Essex. Latinum. Oh, yeah, alright. That is really nice. Just gonna check the... They are converting these pops, unfortunately. That's a shame. I can enforce religion in 2 years. Okay. Got Tyrone here. I need to form another vassal down here, so I'm going to do a fiefdom. Although, actually, I'll check the relative power of my fiefdom and vassals. I think vassals are more powerful, less reliable, so we'll do fiefdoms for now. This is going to be in... It's a 2-province fiefdom. Cheaper to annex, hopefully. Guadalajara. Which I believe is a place in the United States. Guadalajara. Or Mexico. I can't remember. Yeah, okay. Cool. I like the look of all of this. This is all very good. I think that's everything. Yeah, yep, this is it. So I'm gonna peace out. Good night, everybody. That was a good, whatever, hour or two. Very productive. But yeah, I gotta go because it is a bit late. Good night, everybody.